Can an ordinary, everyday water heater become a rocket so powerful it can blast through a building? So far, Jamie and Adam have let off a lot of steam.
There we go.
Whoa!
But couldn't send a small 6-gallon tank skywards. This time, they're using a 30-gallon tank and have a new strategy to add some extra thrust.
I'd like to fill this 80% full.
Okay.
So let's put 24 gallons in here. We may find this like perfect relationship between water and steam for getting the maximum amount of pressure.
In daily life, a water heater is an appliance nobody normally takes any notice of. So to mimic one in serious neglect, Jamie and Adam disable its safety devices. Once again, it's time for launch and to man bunker boiling over.
By the time we're done with this, we'll actually know what we're doing.
At least one of our crew seems to think they'll get it this time. Never has a single water heater been covered from so many angles. Maybe all this attention will raise them from their D-list apparatus status.
Okay, now we're at 160 PSI. It's officially a no-go zone. Anything goes from here on in, so stay clear.
These pressure vessel ones are really difficult because they involve tons and tons of waiting, and it's excruciating. It's really boring. The suspense is killing me.
After an excruciating 50-minute wait, they achieve liftoff.
Wow!
That was at about 350 PSI.
The heater travels in a straight trajectory into the air so high, you could order a pizza while you're waiting for it to come back down.
Wow, no, it just came down. There it is. It came down like 40 seconds later. Oh, my God.
This was a really serious explosion.
Whoa!
I mean, even though this is just a water heater, you would be in danger of shrapnel hitting you. You could get severe burns from the steam. And not only that, the shock wave was really significant. I mean, the whole area was reverberating.
Adam's just seen the most beautiful thing we've ever filmed on the high speed.
Oh, that's one of my favorite booms we've ever done. Just water and pressure. Look up top, you can see the tank breaking through the casing. Boop, there it goes. Wow.
The boosters were separated.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's one even more spectacular way for the guys to push this myth through the roof. Put the water heater into the house.
Do we have a house?
No, we gotta build one. You ready?
Damn.
Can this kind of damage be caused by your water heater? To find out, Jamie and Adam have successfully launched a 30-gallon water heater 500 feet into the open air. Now, to really blow the lid off this myth.
That hot water heater flew into the air. That's amazing.
It wasn't contained. It doesn't tell us whether it would make it through a building or not.
Well, and that's our next step, I think. Let's build a building around that hot water heater and get it to fail and see what happens.
And we'll have to build the roof to code.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Then we'll know if it happens in our building, it would happen in your house. I can't wait.
Only the Mythbusters would take delight in building a house from scratch in anticipation of destroying it.
It's going to take me a few hours to build it, but you'll get to watch it in all of about 10-15 seconds.
So let's get this time lapse started. First goes down the floor, which they tile in Deco-inspired black and white. Next, they unpack their shining centerpiece.
Bada bing, bada boom.
A 52-gallon water heater. This size would typically be used by a family of 4. Once again, they disconnected safety devices as if it's faulty or needs a service.
There we go.
It does add a charming focal point to the room, doesn't it? Then they close it in with walls and windows. Here's hoping they're double glazed.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mythbusters Clubhouse.
Now, to create a typical water heater home scene with the lady of the house enjoying a relaxing bath.
A little steam bath.
Remember, their cozy cottage is no balsa wood and hobby glue construction. Jamie and Adam are building the roof to exact California Code building regulations. The roof is lowered in place and secure. Now for the final touch.
All right, everybody, we're gonna paint this thing. We wanna start from the bottom and move to the top and paint everything except the black shingles, everything you can see. Neatness does not count.
It's not exactly a subtle shade, but salmon just doesn't say Mythbusters. So what's Jamie's tank-tossing projection?
If myth is true, the water heater in that house is going to take off like a rocket and go right through the roof. Whether I think that's going to happen or not, I'm not so sure. I think maybe if we had a taller roof so it had a little bit of acceleration room, I'm not sure whether it's a bullet really, but more of a big woof.
Jamie and Adam's impressive construction skills have created a house fit for the likes of Little Red Riding Hood. It's almost a shame to make it go, whoa! The buildup of steam under pressure can cause many things to go off. But how about a water heater bursting right through your house? To mimic a real-life situation, the roof of the house has been constructed to California Building Code specifications. And the water heater contains no explosives. They turn on the power, hunker down, and wait.
You feel ready? Everyone's in position? Cameras are all rolling?
Yeah, we got a nice little red house out there sitting out, you know, like everything's rosy.
Rosy on the outside, but roasting on the inside.
Okay, everybody, we're at 300 PSI. That's twice the tank rating. Keep your eyes peeled because it'll go any minute now.
As the pressure inside the tank mounts, so does Jamie and Adam's heart rate.
315 PSI.
Oh, this is killing me.
320.
Any second.
325.
This is excruciating. This kind of stress on a regular basis can't be good.
No, it's shortening our lifespan.
We're gonna make it to 350. Oh!
Suddenly, the heater launches and tears through the roof like it's tissue. You could practically have a 3-course meal while you're waiting for it to come back down.
Look at the house.
What house? I don't see a house. I don't know what you're gonna be talking about.
This actually surprised me. The house was no hindrance whatsoever to the rocket. It probably would have gone through several houses like this before it stopped going.
It's like a fairy tale come true. The water heater huffed, it puffed, and it blew the house down.
It just goes to show you, you know, there's danger everywhere. Did you know what was lurking in your basement?
The guys inspect what's left of their once charming home.
The bottom of the tank went from concave to convex, probably in a split second. There's a hole in the roof. It had to go through 2 layers of 2x4 trusses in order to make that hole, and yet it totally did. And it did it without breaking any of the 3 windows in here. That's a rocket, my friend.
Yeah.
Not a bomb.
The trajectory and form of the 500-foot-high rocket-like blast is revealed on the high speed.
Oh!
I gotta say, it's more interesting than an actual explosive explosion because the steam is just erupting everywhere and completely disintegrating. It's different. It's more elegant.
Yes, it was like a lovely, delicate water heater ballet, but deadly.
So our researchers have found cases of this actually happening.
Indeed. In 2001, outside of Seattle, a burrito shop's hot water heater exploded, went right through the roof, and apparently flew 439 feet into the air.
And there was one in Minnesota where the water heater went through all the floors of the house, continued 150 feet in the air, and it was so bad that it knocked the house off its foundation and it had to be condemned. 2 people were injured. Killed a dog.
Yeah, it's real bad stuff.
So the moral of the myth is, even though you use them daily, don't take your water heater for granted, or there may not be a happy ending. and test your relief valve.
So what I hope that people get out of this episode is when they see that pipe sticking out of their water heater that doesn't go anywhere and it's dripping water, that they don't go, oh, maybe I should cap that. Hey, look! It's a hole in the roof! I'd call that. Can I wrap this up yet? Myth confirmed!